Now, we've been talking about him a lot this morning, and I'm really pleased to welcome onto the programme 11-year-old choirboy wonder, Jack Topping. Jack, fantastic to have you with us. I was just looking at your tour list. You were in Nottingham, just down the road from us last night, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
And performing with the Only Men Allowed tour. So how did that feel? Was it a good venue to play, the Royal Concert Hall?
Yeah.
It's got great acoustic, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So what are you doing when you're performing with Only Men Allowed at the moment? Are you sort of a support act? You go on first?
No, I don't. I'm their special guest.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
So you get to be on stage with them?
Yeah, and some of the tracks.
And you're pretty much used to singing now with people, if you like, doing the backing vocals, aren't you? But it still must feel pretty, the hairs on the back of your neck stand up?
Well, sometimes, because at the start I was really nervous, so it starts to get less and less nervous now.
And you've got a really busy diary in terms of being on tour, being on stage in the run-up to Christmas, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
And what's on the cards next for you? Because the Royal Albert Hall might be coming knocking?
Yeah, I'm doing that tomorrow.
Good gracious.
I'm doing that tomorrow. I'm singing with Ella Jones.
Are you pinching yourself? Are you just taking all of this in your stride?
Well, it is a bit unreal, but yeah, I have to take it in my stride.
Of course you do. So tell me a bit about life away from being on the stage, Jack, because you go to school, but you go to cathedral school, don't you?
Yes, I do.
And how did that all start? Was that with your singing?
Yes.
So what happened? Because you're from not far from Wigan.
No.
But it's the cathedral over in Liverpool that you go to.
Yes, I do.
And how did you discover that you could sing a bit?
Well, my mum just wanted an honest opinion of my voice, and she went to the voice trials, and they said they wanted me straight away, so...
Oh, my word. And did you have any hesitation? You're thinking, I'm not sure I'm going to like this, leaving my school and going to a new one, or have you really enjoyed it?
I've really enjoyed it every step of the way.
It's been good stuff, has it?
Yeah.
And so there you are, singing as part of the cathedral choir, and it's, I know, a big commitment during the week as well as on a Sunday. But then how did you get picked out from all those talented choristers to be made a recording artist?
Well, someone came to listen to the choir, and I was doing a solo, and they told their friends, which are the producers of my album, and they told Decca because they'd heard me sing, and they showed Decca, and Decca wanted me, so I'm signed to Decca. So
wow, that's pretty amazing, having a record deal at 11 years old. You've broken a few records with that, haven't you? And one of the things we've been talking about, knowing that you're coming on the programme this morning, is the possibility of Christmas #1. How do you feel about that? Do you think you can do it, or is it going to be a tough battle with all those guys on X Factor?
I really hope that I can do it, because all the money goes to save children, and it helps the people in the Philippines where the typhoon hit, and in South Africa where I visited, and in the 120 countries that see the children working.
Good gracious. And that advert that your voice is featured on, we were talking about it earlier, it is haunting seeing those young people in those situations. It makes us all feel very lucky, doesn't it? Yeah. What about outside of music? I know at 11 you're still sort of deciding what you want to do in the world, but do you think music might play a part in your career as you get older?
Yeah, I think so.
What do you fancy doing?
Well, I want to finish off my grades, so... because I play the oboe, the piano,
do
sing,
you?
So,
right.
Yeah. Well, I've only just started off on the oboe, so...
How have you taken to that? Because reed instruments are really tricky, aren't they?
Yeah, just because one of the lay clerks used to play the oboe, and I really like the sound of it.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah. And
how are you getting time to practice, Jack?
I don't know, but I'm doing it because I can... It's... One of the ways you can practice is practice it on a pencil, and so I practice my fingering on a pencil, and then when I come to actually do it, I know what I'm doing, but I'm not performing it on the oboe, so I just do what my fingers just do what they do, and then it's okay.
That's a great plan. I tell you what, I never practiced the piano on a desk, but I suppose you could apply the same principles, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Pretty tricky to do, but I like the idea. One of the things we've spoken about is Aled Jones, and I guess for people as old as I am, we remember him a little bit older than you, but again, plucked out and recording beautiful music. Did he have some words of advice for you?
Well, as a joke, he said, you can sing any song apart from We're Walking in the Air. So.
He's got a good sense of humour, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And lots of people will have seen you this week. And if you like, your fame is growing all the time because you opened the Royal Variety performance. You'll have recorded that a little bit earlier than we saw it on our tellies. But was that nerve-wracking or were you quite cool with that one?
I was okay with that. I was just...
It was singing the national anthem.
The drums were quite loud, but...
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Give you a start. And Jack, I know you're really busy at the moment. How do you look after your voice? Have you got people giving you advice?
Well, one of the tips I use is not when before I perform, I don't have any chocolate or dairy because that just coats my vocal cords. So
please tell me that's going out the window at Christmas and you're going to get to eat some chocolates.
On Christmas Day and on Boxing Day, well.
Definitely having chocolate. And you don't get a chocolate advent calendar?
Yeah, I do.
Do you? Just the one?
I have two.
Sounds good.
But I have to save half of them because I can't have
too much chocolate. Too much.
So I save it till Christmas Day and I can just have all of it.
That sounds like a plan. I think I'm heading to yours on Christmas Day. I'm a real chocoholic. Sounds like it's going to be loads to hand round. Jack, lovely to speak to you. Have a brilliant Christmas with your family, won't you?
Okay.
And we've all got fingers crossed for Christmas number 1 for you. That would be fantastic. It is Jack's version of Tomorrow from the musical Annie that he recorded. That is on the Save the Children advert. And as you heard, the money raised from it will be going to the charity. But of course, it would be great for him personally, wouldn't it, to get a number 1. 11 years old. Isn't he a grounded young man? Wow, what a privilege to speak to him. I have a funny feeling this time next year, we probably won't be getting a live interview like that with Jack Topping. International stardom, I imagine.